All right, all right. Welcome back to another community breakdown. If you're new here, my name is Christian Clay. The guests that I bring onto the show are agents that are on my team, like Mr. Corey Hamilton here, and they're experts in their area. That's how we're able to give you these great breakdowns in a variety of areas. So what you're going to be getting today is a driving tour. You see this? You're going to see what it actually looks like going into the community. We're going to give you a model walkthrough. We're going to talk about numbers, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of the fees, everything that you need to know in order to make a decision when it comes to purchasing. So yeah, thank you for joining us, Mr. Corey. What's going on, big dog?
Not much, man. Thanks for having me back on the channel. This is going to be a good one today. Like you said, the good, the bad, and the ugly, we like to give it all, and you might see a little bit of all of it today.
Yeah. So let's obviously I know you have some things that you want to point out here in the very beginning part of this video. So we're going to
Yes.
definitely touch on that. But really quickly, just to give everybody an idea of where we're located, I'm just going to breeze through this here, okay? All right, so here's Tampa, just north of Tampa, north of Lutz. A lot of people here are familiar with the Wesley Chapel area, right? So you're just to the west of Wesley Chapel. I want to show everybody how far you are from things, all right? So you're about 28 to 45 minutes to the airport, let's zoom in here, 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes to Clearwater Beach. And check this out. I just threw this in here for giggles. 14 to 24 minutes to the Tampa premium outlets.
Yes, so that's why I believe this is a really good location. We've talked about Land O'Lakes a few times on these videos, but it's only 5 minutes off of State Road 54 down there, which gives you that great access to the outlets and all the shopping in the area. You can see coming into this neighborhood, there's a couple, maybe of not the old, just older buildings, older homes on the way in. So we're going into new construction, but a lot of times in this area, it is an older area that is growing quickly.
Yeah.
You will see a couple of these things coming off the main road. There's like a scrap metal yard that you pass on the way here. Then there's Whispering Pines community. That's a brand new community by one of the builders. Then after that, you pass the trailer park, and then there's another beautiful community. So this beautiful community by this builder is going to be one of the up and coming ones in the area, but you're seeing most of the land is being developed like this anyway.
Imagine if the video started here. Like, this is us being real with you guys, right? Okay, because there's a
Correct.
big chunk of our clients that don't get to see their home until they move in, right? They're coming from out of state,
Right.
out of the city, whatever. These are growing places. I can easily make a video starting right here, right? Like, welcome to this community. Let's look at a model home. But instead, we choose to show you what it actually looks like going into these communities to give you an idea of how they're able to purchase, these big chunks of land at a good price and then develop these homes on it. I don't think that's a deal breaker for me, but we want you all to know and be able to see these things, right?
Absolutely. And I think that's the most important part of showing these drive tours, the drone footage, because you can see the pictures online of the community, of the home sites, and you can love it. But maybe if you drive into it, you're like, oh, maybe it's not for me. So that's just going to help you out in your thinking process of where you want to be, if the community's right for you or not, and
Yeah.
saves you time when you come here to go on these tours with us, and we can take you around the city to different communities.
Yep.
A
Yep.
lot of
Yep.
times people don't know what they look like on the outside, but this one is a gated community and it's fenced all the way around. There's only 50 home sites in this community, so it's going to go quick. But it's in one of, I would say, probably one of the best three school districts combined together in all of Pasco County. Oakstead Elementary is directly across the street, and this community actually built a path and a trail to go right over to the school. So your kids can walk across the street right to school there, and there's also trails across the street as well. So location to there is pretty efficient, I would say. This builder that we work with does build homes that range from anywhere from 600 up to almost $800,000. But you'll see that there's a reason that they choose to build in this area.
Yeah, and being close to highly rated schools, in my opinion, it's going to help the value of your home, right? You'll always have, especially in a community like this, 50 home sites close to some
Yes.
quality schools. I mean, this community will sell out fairly quickly, and then all of a sudden you could start to leverage an opportunity here or there. I can't really see five, six, seven homes being for sale in the future after they sell out in here, right? So like if you do decide to sell, you'll be one or maybe two, and you'll be in a quality
Hmm.
area. So
And if you see anything in the video while you're watching that looks, kind of peculiar, just let me know too, and we can address it because that's where we come in to help too. Sometimes people see things and we can give them the bigger picture of what's in the area, or maybe we've done a little research or spoke to the builder about what's coming to the area. a lot of times you might have a cow pasture behind you,
Hmm.
or like you said, just like, land that's undeveloped or something. And we know, hey, that land's going to be purchased. It's going to be all a community someday. It's going to be a park. It's going to be added on to this. So
You want to know what
just
the heck that's
seeing
going to be, right? Like, it's not going to be a cow pasture forever.
exactly. But some people like having, that open land. And I could tell you there is one community in Wesley Chapel where one side of the community is to all this open land that's farmland, but the builder already knows that the land has been purchased and it will be a community in the future.
There you
So
go.
if you were looking for have that, hey, open space in my backyard, just full disclosure, it's not always going to be open space. You could be neighbor to neighbor like you were if you were in the interior part of the community, but it helps you with your decision process when you're spending this amount of money, just to know what's going to happen to your home and your value of your home in the future.
So I'm noticing street lights. I'm noticing a mailbox section. I'm assuming 50 home sites. There's probably no amenities in here,
That's correct. No
but
amenities, but there's also
go ahead.
no no CDD fee.
There you go.
Here's
No
the cool part
CDD.
about this community. You have the option to pay a CDD fee. So there's no CDD in the community, but if you want to pay it, you can. Because hold on, there's more. There
But
across
there's
the
more.
street, there's more. Across the street, Oakstead community, which is a very well known and established community, has a playground, a pool, and a splash pad, pickleball, tennis, basketball courts, and you can choose for up to a family of four to have those amenities attached to your taxes, and you can go over there and use all their amenities if you want to.
That is
So for
interesting.
some, yeah, so you can either have no amenities. This is the building that's right outside the
Right
community.
outside of your community. Not good, not bad.
Right.
Real, right?
Yep, exactly it. But once again, it's a gated community, which makes it really nice. But yeah, having the option to have those amenities. Let's say you had kids and you wanted them, but this community doesn't offer it, but you like the location because of schools. You could still have them. You just have to go down the street across the street to the other community to be able to use them. But for a lot of people, when they see no CDD, they sign up for that.
Here goes your walking trail to the school.
Yes. And that's Oakstead Elementary, which is actually ranked number 4 in all Pasco County for elementary schools. And you got Charles Rush Middle and Sun Lake High, which is another both top 5, top 6 schools in the area.
This is an interesting community. I mean, I'm into the smaller, quaint communities. I love the fact that
Mm-hmm.
it's gated. These 3, 4, maybe 5 lots back here I mean, are they released yet? Can we get them? Can we get our hands on them? Like, what's the deal with those lots?
So this community hasn't technically opened yet, but
Mhm.
they are starting to do some pre-selling. So a couple of the lots have been purchased, and they're building a few spec homes, which are the inventory homes that they're going to choose the lot, the floor plan, and all the interior designs in the home. But most of the homes they'll be selling as to be built homes. So you can just professionally design it. You can choose the elevation, the exteriors, and there's a lot of great options for lots in that case where you might want to snatch up one of the premium lots on the water or that face the conservation. Lot premiums in this neighborhood can range from $0 all the way up to $70,000.
I
So if you're
figured
on
they
one of
were.
the interior lots,
Yeah,
yep,
yeah. The, the
yep, the
the
interior
exterior where
lots are
you're
good.
certainly not going to have a neighbor.
Yep.
Probably, well, I don't know. I would say these right here are going to be probably some of the most affordable. Those are going to be a little more expensive, but then these back here that are kind of backed up to the main road, I don't know. What are
Hmm.
they? You think those are going to be a little more expensive as well?
I'm guessing they're going to have some kind of premium on them because
Yeah.
there is no neighbor directly behind. But like you said, like it's kind of all of your taste. Would you want to have no neighbor behind you, but there's a road, or are you comfortable? A lot of our clients that we've worked with recently are like, oh, I'm fine with having a neighbor in the backyard. As long as we have our privacy fence, they've already installed the fence for you, and that
Yeah.
goes cuts through the back, so you just have to do the sides. So no lot premium and just doing less fencing. I'm okay with that too.
I want to tour. I wonder what the square footage of these homes are here because I like my single story, big ranch floor
Yeah,
plans. I think today we're going to be touring a 2-story model. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, they go from around 2,100 to around 2,600 square feet
the
for
single
the single
stories.
story home. Yes.
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing these right here. I want to see where they compare to like the David Weekleys, right?
Right, right. So we know that MI and David Lee can both do really nice interior upgrades. This community in particular has they're at the 60-foot lots, so the frontage width of your home is 60 feet, and then the depth is going to be 126 feet. The average in Wesley Chapel and most new construction altogether is around 120 feet in the depth. So, but having that extra 6 feet is more important for a single family home. Let's say you're installing a pool. There
Absolutely.
is a restriction on how far your pool can go to the edge of your property, and it's usually around 5 feet.
Yep.
So having that extra 6 feet allows you to build a little bigger pool when you do have a smaller lot for a single story.
You know what? Let me see. So I would think that this lot right here would probably end like here. It'd be pie shaped.
Mm-hmm.
So, I would think the fence ends right here. So I would probably want this lot right here. There's two of them right here that really, you get that
Yeah.
pond view. I like it. I do.
Yeah. There's actually, I think there's going to be a couple lots in there. There might be, let's see, 1, 2, 3. There's going to be 4, and then that corner one that you were looking at earlier is going to be 5 over there.
Yeah. Very, very nice. Very nice. Where would you categorize a MI in the realm of builders that are kind of the national builders out here? Where would you categorize them?
They're between move up and custom,
Yeah.
but I would also say that they're full custom because you can design a home here too. So they give you some really nice interior upgrades in the home. This is actually what you're seeing right now is back to the one side of the community. It's an old kind of broken down barn from some landowner that's lived there for many, many, many years. And I heard a little story about this barn. The builder actually offered to help rebuild it for them.
Oh, that would have been cool.
And he's an older man who said no, he's
Nope.
okay. He wants to do it himself. But with that being said, you don't know how long he's going to own that land.
Yeah.
At some point he won't own it anymore, and the people that take it over might just want to sell it because someone will come in and buy the land and build more homes. So that's why it's like we know, hey, even if the age of the person that lives here, he might not be in ownership of that land forever, and at some point that could change.
Oh,
But yeah,
this
and
is
that once,
good in-depth video of the lots in
yeah,
itself, right? Like I don't think they'll ever be able to see what was on the other side of that fence from photos on, the PDF drawing that they do. So,
of course, online they would never disclose that, right? So
yeah.
then even on this side, I thought I was like, wow, that looks really nice. It's back to just trees, but you can see if you go look over, there's a little road that goes over there
Hmm.
too. So
Yeah.
with that being said, all of these lots, there's a 10-foot easement on the back of your property for the fencing and for where they're going to put in some foliage to kind of block off that road as well.
Gotcha. Understood. Okay, cool. All right.
Yep.
Well, if we were to compare this to some other smaller MI communities, I guess at the very end we can see where this one would stack up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did we want to get into this home tour, or are there other things that we need to talk about?
Oh, I think we can jump right into it and then we'll go over kind of what they're offering for their incentives right now to get in here.
Cool. Very nice. All right. In the description down below, guys, go down there, check your home value. You literally just type your address in, a way that you can get your report. We built this because Zillow said this. We helped our clients sell for this. That is a big difference in money. It's a very true story. No lie. All right.
All right. So
Let's check this out, man. Let's check
it
this
is
out.
so this is going to be why people are moving to the community. Is for what this home is going to offer you. You're going to see some of the upgrades in here. Their base included features are already pretty incredible, but when you go to the design studio, you can really beef up this house to make it, like you said, one of those custom builders like a David Weekley or Homes by West Bay. And I think that's kind of the selling point of this builder and this community in particular.
Yeah.
One thing that they do offer is the pavers driveway and sidewalks, but not just the driveway. They also do it all the way to the apron of the driveway as well. A lot of times it ends right at the edge of where the sidewalk starts,
Yeah,
and
where
then
the
it's
sidewalk
sidewalk and
is.
driveway. Yeah,
Pushes
but
all the
they
way
actually
through.
pushes all the way through, which is really nice.
No, that's huge, man. Good little touch.
Yeah.
What's the square footage
Yeah.
of this one?
This one's 3,316 square feet. It's 5 bedrooms, 3 bath, a 3-car garage, and it has a game room in it as well. The one that we're going to be touring today actually has 4 bathrooms because it's one of the premier designed homes. But as a base home, it's 5 bedrooms, 3 baths.
Very, very nice. Okay. So the things that I want everybody to look at while you're walking through this home is definitely the finishes, right? Obviously, you're going to notice the quality of the work, right? The higher doorways, the higher ceilings. But just check out the finishes, just to see the variety that is offered. Not every home is going to come with these finishes in it. And as Corey said, they're actually marketing these to be built. So if you like something that you see, maybe you can get that inside of your home.
Right. And the next floor plan up from here, the Sonoma, is just a little bit larger, about 200 square feet larger. And they have one listed right now that's around $50,000 off of what it was before. So
Whoa.
they can do the homes that are built for you already, or you can design it. All of them are going to come with 3-car garage,
I
and a
want to
couple
see
of them
this
come.
garage, man. What the heck?
It does have the epoxy in it. It's got your little golf cart garage on the side too.
Yeah. So does this go all the way back, or does it pretty much stop there? Is it a shorter section of the
No,
garage?
it goes all the way back.
Oh, cool. Very nice.
Yep, yep. And they actually do a couple 4-car garages in this neighborhood where it's going to be a
Tandem.
2-car entry in their tandem. Yep.
Ah, nice, 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 nice.
Which could be nice if you don't use the entire space. You could put, like you say, a little gym back there or something. You
Absolutely.
could have some storage, a workbench.
Yeah, or just park something back there that you just don't drive. I mean, you have a lot of people
Yeah.
that are car enthusiasts, and they'll have an
Mm-hmm.
old hot rod or something that you usually have to put a cover
Oh,
on.
exactly.
Stuff that back there, and you still have 3-car garages. You still have 3-car space to use.
Yeah.
So,
I see that a lot when we're touring resale homes. We go into the garage and you see a little hot rod in there. Just like that's
bro,
what the garage is for. That's what he
you
works
see
on.
you see that a lot touring resale in communities that don't have HOAs. I mean, you'll see people parking boats in their freaking yard. I mean, you don't realize how many people park crap in their yard until you go through the community and you actually take a look. Because you'll drive through, and in Florida, you think that's normal, right? People just parking boats in their yard and stuff. But then when you really stop and look, this would not fly in a community that had HOA. People just parking broke down boats, in their yards and such. And so I think that's definitely one of the reasons why people should consider an HOA. It helps the value of your home. Imagine living next to a home where, somebody instead of putting up a privacy fence, right? They just put tarp around the fence just because I don't want my dog to see outside and bark at everybody. So your home is next to a house that is a nice looking home, but they have blue tarp around their fence because they don't feel like buying a privacy. These are things that people can do. You can't really control outside of HOAs.
Absolutely. And HOA is only $146 a month in this community. Like you said, there's no amenities, but it is gated, and it does give you that your home value increases when you don't have your neighbors' homes aren't looking like that.
I wonder if the person that we're touring this for, because I know she's no CDD, right? No CDD.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if she would take on that voluntary CDD. I'm just joking. I know she wouldn't.
No
I know she wouldn't.
But we have other clients too that are like, we want multiple amenities. We don't just want the pool, or we don't want just a playground. We want pools, playgrounds, tennis courts, all that stuff. So if you're willing to pay it and you can use it, or you will use it every day, I think it's just a great addition.
Yeah.
That you can have amenities. It's not in your community, but if you can go down the street and use the pool or whatever.
It's a smart little twist that the builder did, right?
I haven't seen it before.
Me either. But I think that it offers that variety for those people that are going to be like, no, I need something. Well, here you go.
Exactly. So what do you think of this kitchen?
Gorgeous. Huge island. I love the waterfall edges. I mean, there's not much that I dislike about that kitchen. Right. I'm a waterfall, or not a waterfall. I'm a big island guy, and I'm not seeing I'm not seeing much of a shine to this. Is it quartz or granite? Is it granite?
It's quartz, and it's a matte finish.
It's a matte finish, yeah. I was going to say a leather. Yep. Sometimes they do that leather finish
that's
to it.
That's exactly what it looks like, too. And it looks really cool if you're up close to it. It looks cool. It feels cool. So this is one of the higher end countertops that they're gonna offer for you. And I think it's absolutely amazing. It looks perfect with the sink. They also do the 2-tone countertops on each side of the island in the kitchen over there, which I think just perfectly through the house.
Freaking gorgeous. Yeah, look how big that yard is right there. Imagine putting a pool back there and the amount of space that you would have. You could put a pool. I'm sorry for pausing so much. I mean, your pool would stop over here, and you'd have yard space back where your dog can run around if you want. It's not just pool and pool deck.
Exactly. And this is one of the houses that's going to be the interior lots. So it's back-to-back neighbors, but still look at the view. You still get nice trees back there. You get a great size yard. You're still going to get a ton of privacy, even if you do choose to go the interior home site option, which I think is really nice and much more affordable too, is where it comes down to.
Absolutely. I think if we were to compare, obviously I'm very familiar with MI's product that they put out. It's not far away from things, man. It is not as far away from things as people might think. And then, so what's
Right.
the price difference between this and a Whispering Oaks, right? If we were to compare home to home out there.
They're going to be very comparable, but Whispering Oaks is still going to be a little bit higher just
Yeah,
because of the location
of course.
of where
Yeah.
it is, right in the middle in the heart of Wesley Chapel, right next to the lagoons. But this is also going to be one of the more expensive communities for MI homes because of the school districts
Of
and the
course.
growth that's coming to Land O' Lakes. You're going to get equity in this home before you even close it for what's
Absolutely.
going to be what's on its way to Land O' Lakes. And I even was at an event today and heard that one of the higher ups in this company is also buying a home in here, and it's like he could live anywhere he wants, but he's going to choose this community because he knows that the growth is going to be in this area.
Yeah.
And having that little quaint community is really nice too. When you only have 50 home sites, just makes it really quiet.
I prefer it personally. Like I couldn't me personally, like, and this is just a personal preference. Even though I wouldn't sell right away. Like if there was like a huge community, like a lagoon community, and I were to buy a home, and knowing that these builders are going to be building for the next 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years, however long it's going to take, like I feel like it's going to be so tough to battle what they're going to offer if I ever wanted to sell, right? And you got to
Yes,
imagine bigger community, like there's going to be a lot of people like me that want to sell, right? So I'm going to be competing with not just the builder, but 10, 20, 30 other people that are selling their home too. This community right here, like I brought up earlier, and this is just the way I think, people, 50 homes, I mean, you're golden. You're golden. You put your home on the market, it is going to stand out, and you can leverage that.
absolutely. And we were in a community in Apollo Beach the other day, huge master plan community. It took me 15 minutes to just drive out of the community.
Yeah,
So you have to add
yeah,
that time on to your drive every day, 15
absolutely.
minutes once I pull in just to get to my home site. So being able to just open the gate, get right to your home, get out, hop on the main road, and then like you said, the location here down to the airport into it's right on State Road 41, which it goes into Dale Mabry Highway, which is like that main artery that cuts through Tampa, right past Raymond James Stadium and the Buck Stadium that plays there, right by the Lightning, right by International Mall, right to the airport. So yeah, you take that road straight down.
Yep.
So that one is go 41 going to the left, but when you come down, it splits to 41 into Dale Mabry. Right there. Yep. Go up a little bit to 54.
We'll
Keep
get you
going
on
up.
here. We'll get you on here.
Corey knows where it's at. It's okay. It's my area. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's Corey's area.
it's the road splits. So it's 41. You go left, you go right, and then it's gonna cut right down to Dale Mabry.
Betcha I find it. That's Nebraska.
You you're so far off, man. You're so
How am I
far off.
far off? Here's
Go
41.
keep going up. Keep going up. Go up, all the way up to
Oh,
54. Right there. Boom.
here?
Right there. Yep.
I knew
Down.
that, guys.
Yep. That's it. Right there. There you are. You're right on Dale Mabry right now. See, there's the airport. Goes right into South Tampa, right down to the Hyde Park area, into the International Plaza, right to the stadium. So you can take that road, pull out of your community, 2 minutes to State Road 41, and then you just go straight into Dale Mabry. You can also hop on the Suncoast Highway, which is on that road on the other side of the airport right there that's connected to it. So you can hop on Suncoast and get to the airport in like 20. That you pulled it up earlier. It said 28 minutes. That is a huge newly built highway that is now one of the major roads in Tampa and just shorted up the commute for a ton of people in the area.
Yeah, I mean, location-wise, it's great. It's a
Yep,
great
even
location.
closer to the
There's not
beaches.
many other places to build, right? There's not many other big chunks of land in Tampa, so you have to kind of push out a little bit. And this to me is like not very far.
But yeah, but people move to these areas, like we said, for the school districts, for the to be away from the hustle and bustle. Not everyone wants to live in the downtown area, especially if you don't use everything down there. It's like I want to go to a football game. That's maybe once or twice a year, so that's okay for me to drive from here to there. If you're someone that works and lives and wants the walkability of downtown, it's completely different.
Let's do this while we're taking a look at this home, right? And people, keep an eye on the home, keep an eye on the layout and the floor plan. I want to ask you some questions here. All right,
Okay.
so if there was your very, let's just say, husband and wife, mid
Hmm.
40s, work from home, very flexible. Like let's not tie them to an area because of work, but two
Okay.
kids, so a family of four.
Hmm.
and doesn't want to, let's just say they want to choose a suburb of Tampa.
Okay.
This is going to be a very general question, but I want to hear your thoughts on it.
Hmm.
Give me your top 4 suburbs of Tampa for a family that's a younger family, 2 kids. You can rank them 1 to 4 or 4 to 1. And this is just your preference here.
Okay.
Go for it.
Yeah, 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 of course. So I would rank, definitely number one is going to be Wesley Chapel. There's a ton of reasons for that too, but I think the city kind of speaks for itself. I would say Apollo Beach, number two, because I think there's a couple communities down there that are there's a lot of growth going to that area. So I think getting in at this time is an awesome time to get in with the amenities, the schools, the location to the city. I think
Now's the
that's a great
time for
place to
that
live as
one,
well.
because two
Now's the
years
time
from
for that
now
one.
it's going to be tough.
That place
No,
is going to be huge. So that's why I rank you like that because I know it's growing so rapidly that you're going to want to be in that area with your family. And then I would say the Land O'Lakes Lutz area is
okay,
really good too. I
gotcha.
think that's another area because it is kind of known for family friendly, outdoor nature, quiet, tranquil communities. And I think that's huge for, and then the school districts are B plus and A rated all the way around. So
Yeah,
for families, I think there's a lot to do. You're away from the hustle and bustle, but your publics and your schools and everything is right around you to make your life
yeah.
kind of easier, especially if you're working from home. So I definitely would say those
I
are
would I would
top communities in
concur.
the area.
Yeah. And then
And with the
what's 4?
growth too, four. What's the other good one? I think Riverview's okay too. I
Yeah.
think Riverview's a good. I think it's good location
Yep.
to everything. There's a ton going on there. Good schools as well. There's a bunch of new construction in there, so I think that gives you lots of different options. But yeah, I would say that's probably my top four.
I obviously you're the expert out there. You're the one that's, boots on the ground every day, so you can see the growth. But
Yeah.
in my mind, I mean, those are the more popular ones, probably from 1 to 4 as well, right? I would say probably Riverview a little more popular than others. It just pops up
Hmm.
more, but I think more of like what quality is going into where.
Yeah, and we were working with the client. That's funny. Just this past weekend, and we toured Wesley Chapel, and they're like, "We want to look at some other areas." So with that, I suggested they look at Apollo Beach, Riverview, and then they looked at somewhere else too. But yeah, those were almost the same areas that they suggested for a young family
Yep.
working from home. Both of them work from home, have a young daughter that's 3 years old. So they're like, what area should we look in to have these amenities like splash pads and parks and playgrounds? And I was like, hey, these are going to be the top ones you need to search while you're here in town.
Yep. 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 I'm pretty sure you gave them some good recommendations for specific
Oh yeah.
communities. I want to finish up on this home here. Obviously, we're looking at the bathroom here, but the entryway to this room right here and going into like that
Yeah.
open space out there, which I guess could be a
Yeah.
loft or like entertainment
Hmm.
space, but that was pretty damn awesome for sure.
The flow of the upstairs is just so seamless, and it's when you get to the top of the stairs, the first bedroom on the right is isolated and private and has its own ensuite bathroom too. So I think that's the kind of feature that they offered in this home where they added you can add that extra bathroom if you want to have it in your home.
Yeah.
But then
Check this out. Oh,
I even love the doors, how they do like the tray doors in here, like the flow, having be able to see
check
over all
this
the
out.
railings.
Ugh. That is a huge room.
Ugh. It's a cool space up there, man. I told you that upstairs is just that's top notch right there. I love their floor plan, the flow upstairs.
It's its own home up here for sure, no doubt.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
so what's your thoughts on this community? Who is it for?
it's gonna. I think it's definitely for families. I think it's gonna be a family community, 100%. Just because I know people are gonna be looking in this area for the schools.
Yeah,
Just to have those one first of all, your elementary schools across the street.
yeah,
I don't know what gets better than that. Just for knowing right where your kid is, being able to you could look out your window and watch them walk across the street to school. Having all the activities in the area to do with all the parks and the hiking, the boating. This Land Lakes is just that nature preserve that people want to live in because it is tucked away, it's quiet, but
but it's
the
still near
access.
everything.
but the access to everything, like you can get, like I said, you get 5 minutes and you're on State Road 54. You can shoot right over to the outlets in 15
Hey
minutes.
guys, I could show you where State Road 54 is.
We know now, huh?
Yeah, it splits right here, and then it splits into Dale Mabry.
Yep,
Like,
yep, yep,
duh, duh.
yep, yep.
Um,
You might not know it's split there, but it's okay.
yeah, I mean, I would definitely say that it's for the family or the person or whoever that once again wants to have that access to things, but doesn't necessarily want to be directly in it. Another community that we were just talking about, like a Murata, like has access to things, but you're in it in Murata, like you're in it. This is like access to things, but not in it, right? So,
Oh,
um,
you're tucked away in this one.
you're definitely tucked away. Hanging up the boots when you get off of work and just checking out, right? Like not worrying about people, not listening to things, just like checking out, going home. And this is definitely one of those communities with a builder that I think both of us can agree with. Like, we really like this builder. We do.
Yeah. And I
Um,
think also, with that being said, I think it's for people that do want to retire, even like people that want to be away from that. The person we're looking for right now, she has older kids, so this is kind of where they want to settle down and just be tucked away, have no CDD fees, be away from all the noise and the traffic of New York or wherever they're from. So these are like places that people want to be in these, not wherever they're from or wherever you guys are from,
I'm like, I know
wherever.
he didn't mean to say that, but it was funny. But wherever
No,
you're from
wherever they're
watching,
from.
right? But we know where she's
Yes,
from.
wherever you're from, you're from all these people that are from big cities, wherever you guys are from. This
I
is
hope
one of
she
those
gives you a
communities
hard
that's
time.
gonna give you the. Oh, she definitely will.
But yeah, no, yeah, for they're not going to have a large family, but they still want that big home. I think this is perfect. This is definitely a good location for them because they have some boxes that need to be checked that they're
Yep.
really non-negotiable on, right? And this checks some of
Right.
those, right? So it's like, okay, cool. So
Exactly.
what do you like and dislike about this one? But yeah, I mean, as
Yep.
far as the builder, you can see they do a really good job. I love their flow of their homes, the options that they do offer. And another
Hmm.
one of those builders, like maybe we can negotiate some stuff for you. You never know. It really depends on the circumstances, the time of the year, and where's the supply and demand on this community? 50 homes.
Demand is going to be high. And here's another reason it's going to be really high right now. For people that do want to design their home, what their hot summer deal is that they're giving you half of the interior upgrades in a credit up to $50,000.
Cool.
So you can do $100,000 in upgrades, and they're going to pay $50,000 for that.
Hey,
So someone looking to design a home, $50,000 in free upgrades on your interiors is huge.
you guys like that leather looking countertop? I do. Like, you got it. Like,
Let's,
they're pretty much paying for it for you.
yeah, yeah. You could spend 50 and get 50. So, or spend 100 and get 50 of it back. So I think that's a great option to have, because then you can really get into those things that you might want to do aftermarket. If you want to move in and have the home ready, we always say it's a little more affordable to do things aftermarket because the builders mark up the price a little bit. But
Yeah,
there's a lot of people that are like, I'm moving in. I don't want to do my own upgrades. I
sure.
don't want to take the time to do it myself or hire another
Absolutely.
contractor to do it. So having the builder be able to do it in your design package, I think is a great option for
Absolutely.
everybody to have
Yeah,
right
and
now.
pretty much finance it in, right? I think that the
That's it.
aftermarket ordeal is for something that is, you're compromising for, where it's just like it
Yeah.
could be the deal breaker. Like, is it the deal breaker? We can do it later on,
Yeah.
so to speak. So,
Exactly. Exactly. So if you don't have, all the money in the bank to do those upgrades afterwards, this might be a great way to get in and have, like you said, finance it into the home. And it's going to be a lot more cost effective for you that way.
hey, man, we have like different elements going on. So I have fire, you have water.
That's it.
All
It
we need
seems
is
like
like
we do that
wind
every
and
time.
earth. I brought back the fire from retirement, even though it's blitzing hot out here. Figured I'd bring back the fire. It shows better on camera. I've done the blue, and sometimes it gets washed out. I think it's my
Yeah.
camera. Either way,
Looks good.
listen. If you guys aren't subscribed yet, do yourself a favor. Subscribe. Yes, we're giving you these community breakdowns, but we have some really, really, really cool stuff on the horizon for you on this specific channel that I'm excited to roll out. But we want to get it done properly for you. But I promise you, we're here to bring you the value. If you notice how we're showing you the area and talking about not just the good, but some things that you can consider, that's the type of value we're going to bring to you throughout the entire, all of the episodes that we do, not just these community breakdowns. So hit the subscribe button so you do not miss any videos. You got anything else for him, Corey?
No, we're good. Ready for the next one.
Cool. All right, guys. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
All right.